Hello there everybody, welcome back to another video. This is Kaizen Mentality. Welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome. My name is Robert. On this channel, I talk about my interests, which range from anything to do with the mind, spirituality, fitness, health, all that stuff. So, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the importance of developing our logical reasoning skills. So, all throughout my education, I'm talking about public school, like going to public school and all those years, I don't think we ever learned about logic. The topic of logical reasoning, the sort of structure of arguments, a good argument, a bad argument, logical fallacies, how to think critically. We weren't taught this in schools. In public education in the United States, they don't teach you this. Maybe in some special private schools, but generally in public school education, you don't learn those things. And they tell you what to think. They tell you all of this information and all of these subjects. They tell you what to learn, but they don't tell you how to learn, how to think critically. And logic is a crucial skill, component of our mind that needs to be developed, needs to be cultivated through education and through learning. So we'll start off with the basics. So what is logic? Logic is, in simple terms, logic is the way that we think and reason and in an organized and systematic way and make sense of information. Logic is a tool that we use to think rationally, that we use to observe information, situations, and to come to a conclusion based off what we perceive. So logic is foundational to problem solving, to planning, to communication, through success in academics and workplace endeavors, and just in general for learning and improving ourselves. Logic plays a huge role in that. So it is a topic, it is a subject worthy of your attention, worthy of your interest to develop and to cultivate. So, especially in today's world, because in today's world we live in a society that is, we as people, human beings, perceive and ingest so much information if we allow ourselves to. If you're watching television, if you're on social media, if you're watching videos, even people around you, your family, your friends, you're constantly being exposed to ideas, to beliefs, to all sorts of information that can really damper that ability to go into critical thought, to think about things deeply, and to come to your own conclusions. Rarely do we come to our own conclusions regarding things in life because we're sort of just told things, and if we don't take time to be alone and to think critically about culture, about our beliefs, about our upbringing, about ideas that have been passed down, and actually question them, question the validity of them, the truthfulness of them, the effectiveness of them, then we will just adopt beliefs without analyzing them. So that is the importance of logic. Logic is the skill of critiquing or analyzing information and coming to our own conclusions. So yeah, it's something that is very hard to do nowadays because of the level of distractions that are present in the world. And so I'm going to discuss the negative consequences of not developing your logical reasoning, what are the costs? Like if you don't develop your logical reasoning skills, these are going to be a few of the consequences. First is you're going to be more likely to make poor decisions based off emotional impulses, based off emotions, like I said, being emotional and not thinking rationally about the situation, about what's the best thing to do in this given situation. You won't be able to see the bigger picture and to ask yourself these questions. You'll just do things impulsively if you don't train yourself to question. Another thing is our ability to communicate is limited if we don't develop our logical reasoning. Logic gives us sort of a framework or a structure to what is a good argument, how to construct a good argument, and how to identify a bad argument. So with the knowledge, with the understanding of logic in regards to argumentation, in regards to communication, if we are educated on the subject, we'll be more able to construct a argument that is good, that is persuasive, that will improve our ability to get our ideas across in a clear and concise manner. If we don't understand logic, if we don't understand the structure of an argument, propositions, coherence, validity, there's different key elements in logic. If we don't understand those terms, we'll be more prone to logical fallacies and making irrational decisions or communication errors. So I recommend studying argumentation and the sort of basics of arguments and what composes arguments, something that I'm still learning and that I want to get better at, because communication can always be better. And third thing is, a negative of not studying logic is your ability to solve problems is weakened. So our ability to solve problems is dependent on our ability to break a problem down into smaller sort of component parts and to see things individually and see where we can improve and to come up with solutions. So it allows us to see different aspects of a situation, a problem, an argument, and to analyze it and to come to a certain solution. So yeah, you need that in life. Problem solving is a never-ending skill that I truly believe we have to refine continuously for our life. So those are basically the negatives. I'm sure there's much, much more, but those are just three that I thought of. So how can we avoid, or how can we enhance our logical reasoning skills? How can we develop them? I'm going to give you 3 ways. First way is to study logic and critical thought. Study the key terms, the key elements of logic. There are tons of PDFs, there's tons of information online where you can study logic, you can study propositions, you can study deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning, you can study inferences, truth tables. I recommend getting a understanding of these terms, and then something I do, which has been really helpful in improving my understanding and comprehension of the basic sort of concepts of logic, is to test myself, to quiz myself using ChatGPT. Artificial intelligence. ChatGPT is a great tool for learning in general. You can ask ChatGPT to quiz you, give you a basic quiz on logic, to give you a test on logical reasoning, to give you a 15, question quiz on logic to test your understanding. ChatGPT is a very powerful tool that I recommend using when learning something, because it's like having a person there to help you learn. It's very, very effective. Second thing is to engage in thought experiments and debates. So thought experiment, for example, would be, how would I react if my car broke down in the middle of the road? Like, you go through how you would solve the problem logically, step by step. You can practice this with any number of scenarios that you can think of. And in regards to debates, you can debate people in person, you could debate people online, on forums. You can, find groups, a debate group, to practice your debating skills, which is the skill of analyzing opposing viewpoints, constructing an argument that is coherent, that is valid, that supports your position. It's a skill. It takes time to learn, and I'm not really great at this at all, but I want to improve my debating and argumentation skills so that I can communicate my ideas better with strong conviction. And the third thing I recommend to improve logical reasoning is to write every day. Writing forces you to think about something, whether it's a free journal, right, or you're, writing a problem or a question. Writing forces you to think about anything, to really think about something and to analyze it and to give your thoughts on it. Something that I do is I practice the technique, the 20 idea method, which is a method of writing down a problem, writing down a question. For example, I want to earn $10,000 a month. You would write 20 answers to that question, possible solutions. You just practice that skill of coming up with solutions mentally. You write all these down, and then once you come up with 20 ideas, you choose one, and you choose that one to focus on and making that happen. It's a great way to stimulate that creative problem-solving ability that I believe will help you guys or anyone improve their creative problem-solving ability. So I believe that our mental faculties can be improved and enhanced, but only with intentional use and education, that it is something worthy of our attention and that it's an essential tool that we need to develop. Anyway, I hope that you guys are inspired to learn more about logic and that you take up learning about it. If you'd like to see videos about more detailed subjects in regards to logic, let me know. I will be very open to talk about, arguments, good arguments, bad arguments, logical fallacies, deductive reasoning. If you guys would like to see that, give it a like, give it a subscribe, leave a comment, and so that's today's video. I hope you have a great day. Take care. I'll see you guys soon.